All right, let's get into wrap up. Wrap up is where we go ahead and wrap up the things that couldn't make the main show, and they're not going to be extended conversations. We're just going to blitz through them, man. So, wrap up. We got three little topics, mini topics for this one. So we'll get to the one we're going to probably talk about the longest, and then we'll just blitz through the last two. All right, wrap up. First one: Sheduer has a new coach. His name is Todd Monken, which is not a part of the youth movement, which is completely counterproductive to what we just spent talking about for the past 15 minutes. The Browns did not believe in the youth movement. The Browns got an old ass nigga as a head coach. But what I wanted to actually talk about this one, I'll be brief, but there's room to talk about this conversation. Talk about this conversationally in the future if people want to, keep engaging with it. But it does show, for good, for bad, or indifferent, the Cleveland Browns have identified Sheduer Sanders as their franchise quarterback. They went and literally got the guy that recruited him out of high school when Todd Monken was a Georgia Bulldog. Todd Monken has been trying to get Sheduer Sanders as his quarterback since he was 17 years old. The Cleveland Browns said, hey, we're going to make you his quarterback. In the press conference, Todd Monken said, I finally got your ass. And when in reference, because he tried to draft him when Todd Monken was with the Baltimore Ravens last year. So there's that story that came out that Sheduer Sanders was turned down going to the Ravens because he knew he was going to be a forever backup. So the Cleveland Browns have said Sheduer Sanders is our QB1. They're moving like he's our QB1. Now, the reasons why, you could be optimistic, you could be pessimistic. The pessimistic side is they feel like they ain't got no way to get a QB, so fuck it. Fuck it. Let's Or we have the optimistic side, which is they truly believe in Sheduer Sanders, and they're going to truly get for him with somebody that actually believes in him versus the person that he had last year, which clearly wanted nothing to do with him and Kevin Stefanski. So I just want to go ahead and touch on that. Any thoughts on that, Rob?
No, Herb. I mean, I agree with the Browns deciding to have some cohesion in terms of what they plan on doing moving forward, Herbie. Because the worst position you can be in, no matter what it is, but especially in sports, is not knowing where the hell you're going,
Yeah.
right? So instead of the Browns being in a position to where they're wondering about quarterback again, they're wondering about what they're going to do, they decided like, hey, you know what? Based on the data and what we see and what we know of what happened this previous season, Sheduer, with what we have, gives us our best chance to win. How do we maximize that? And so, look, Herbie, I'm ecstatic for the Browns for that hire because if Todd Monken, by the way, has been somewhat of a quarterback whisperer, right?
Yeah,
We
for sure.
saw we saw with Lamar. I mean, Lamar had some of his
One of
best
the
seasons.
greatest seasons of all time.
Exactly. I mean, this dude threw 4 interceptions, 3 of which were tipped with 41 touchdowns as a
Yeah.
passer, right?
Yeah.
So, Todd Monken is a guy who, and clearly he's a great teacher, great communicator, and is someone who can simplify concepts, and he knows exactly what his quarterbacks can excel in, and he knows how to put them in positions to continually do that. So, listen, man, I'm happy for Sheduer. I'm happy for the Browns. I think I've seen a lot of people who have been kind of, I won't say a lot of people, but from what I've seen, on social media and some of the websites that I come across, there are people who are kind of slamming this pick, which kind of surprised me. But look, I listen, Todd Monken, despite his age, I think the Browns have a sneaky good hire. And if Sheduer could be as good as I thought he was in the pre-draft process, the Browns could have something going, Herbie, because the team got
Yeah.
talent. They
Yeah, for
got
sure.
talent. You know what I
Yeah, for
mean?
sure.
So props to them.
But the funny thing about the Browns are always going to do it in the most Browns way. They just couldn't hire a coach. They strung along the defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, who thought he was going to get the job, and then pulled a run up under him. So now
Typical
he's like,
Browns
I'm done and
behavior.
I'm out. Hey, even when they do something right, they got to do it the Browns way, man.
Typical Browns behavior, bro. Typical
All
Browns.
right, man. Let's blitz through these last two, man. Shakur Stevenson on the wrap up, man. What I got to say, man? Belt to ass, man. I know
Belt to
this
ass.
belt to ass against Teofimo Lopez, bro. That's it. And then last one before we get up out of here, Jordan Hudson, bro. Jordan Hudson said she is going to hold. Man, listen. We be getting our jokes off about Bill Belichick and his young ass little girl for a girlfriend, man. A 60-year difference, literally. But man, she riding for her man, bro. She really riding for her man. She said, "F the Hall of Fame. I am finna throw a party for my man the same day as the Hall of Fame. And if you was finna go support my man at the Hall of Fame, come to the party instead, bro." But the funny thing about that, they were probably going to see the other Hall of Fame inductees too. So they just supposed to say fuck everybody just to come to your party, Jordan?
Just for Bill.
Just
Just for Bill, Herbie. That's what she believes right now. No, baby, it ain't happening. Appreciate the effort, though.
And with that, man, we have another excellent, 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 excellent. Oh, I
Hey,
take that
my
back.
man, hey, Ruffy!
Raffy, man,
Ruffy!
gentlemen, the positive is Tua is not on the Epstein list. Depending on the Dolphin fan, that is not a positive, bro. There's probably people that wanted him on that list so they could get rid of that $99 million contract, dead money. So, yeah, so it depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask, Ralphie.